Coming up on Mountain News this morning, the 2022 SOAR Summit wrapped up with some important conversations about the future of our region. And Governor Andy Beshear aims to improve health care coverage here in the Commonwealth to get people back in the workforce.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Good morning. Almost 6 o'clock here on this Friday morning. I'm Dakota Makris. Good morning to you, and I certainly hope you're bundled up, drinking some coffee perhaps, or maybe some hot chocolate. Let's take it over to Cameron Aaron this morning. Cameron, why do we not have hot chocolate this morning?
That's a good idea. Are you a coffee person or a hot chocolate person?
I'll drink like iced coffee, but like I don't like just like black coffee. I don't like that. No. I mean, well, I'll drink it with some creamer, but I have to be in the mood for it. But
I'm a hot chocolate person. I don't really get into the coffee too much.
Yeah.
But you will need either one, either the
or
hot
both.
chocolate or both. Hey, we don't judge here,
No.
but you need something to keep warm because it is chilly as you step out the door this morning. Good news though, we are looking at dry conditions. Let's go over to I-75 in Mount Vernon. You can see we are looking at a clear sky this morning, but it is chilly as we mentioned. The temperatures in the middle 30s to lower 40s, even some upper 20s in some spots. 29 in Manchester and Harlan, 32 for London, 34 in Somerset, and 42 over in Jackson. So you will need just a little bit of that coffee this morning to warm up. Also be sure to grab the jacket because it is pretty chilly once again as you step out the door. We are dry on radar, and that dry weather is going to continue into this afternoon. A beautiful Friday is on the way. We stay dry under plenty of sunshine. Temperatures topping out in the upper 60s, near average for this time of year. And we get even warmer into the weekend. I have your full forecast coming up in just a little bit. Dakota?
All right, Cameron, thank you. Well, the 2022 SOAR Summit is in the books, and those involved say it was a successful 2 days of networking, navigating, and new ideas. WYMT's Buddy Forbes has the highlights from day 2.
A plan for progress
In order for Eastern Kentucky to succeed, we need to do this together.
that starts at the summit.
Nearly 1,500 people registered for this conference despite the flood, and that alone gives me tremendous hope.
So what can we do now that will make such a huge impact that it will bring in the innovation, the changes?
The 2022 SOAR Summit wrapped its final day Thursday, closing out the 2-day event with the focus on revitalizing local economies and rebuilding after the floods.
And bring vitality and life back into communities where people have really lost a lot of hope and a sense of purpose.
With the announcement of 9 new projects in the Commonwealth, powering up coal-impacted communities with new funding from the Appalachian Regional Commission.
Ways to increase the quality of life for the people that live here, to create a future for their children and their grandchildren, that there will be good quality job opportunities, that children can stay here, have a great quality of life.
With panels and focus sessions devoted to the ideas of tomorrow, those involved say it is about sharing the secrets to progress.
Everyone's kind of bringing their own ideas and bringing in a discussion format into, hey, how did you succeed?
Giving stage to projects and programs that bring the trials and errors to the table.
We should never be competing against each other. We should be working together to compete with the rest of the country and even globally.
To create a better blueprint to soar into the future. In Pikeville, Buddy Forbes, WYMT Mountain News.
Well, the summit closed out with a panel discussion that our WYMT anchor Steve Hensley moderated about the flood relief. The flood in the late July damaged or destroyed thousands of homes and businesses, and Governor Andy Beshear says the cost of damage will be in the billions. During that flooding panel at SOAR, Steve, Congressman Hal Rogers, ARC co-chair Gail Manchin, State Representative Angie Hatton, and State Representative Derek Lewis covered many issues from floodplain revisions, housing, and what communities can do to make this situation better long term.
I just think we have to be smart in our planning and in our evaluation of how the damage occurred, why it occurred, and what were the most volatile areas that were affected.
Well, they also had a conversation about FEMA and heard some of the panel's stories that inspired them during the flooding. Well, crews in Eastern Kentucky will soon wrap up debris collections from July's flooding from state and county right-of-ways and designated community drop-off sites. People are asked to move any eligible remaining unbagged debris to state or county right-of-ways by November 1st. Crews will spend the next 2 weeks making final rounds to clear debris in Breathitt, Clay, Floyd, Knott, Letcher, Perry, and Pike counties.
But it's also pretty incredible that we're starting to see debris removal winding down, again, just 3 months after something so destructive. It's driving some of the same routes that were just covered that are suddenly clean. There's something therapeutic, something special about seeing so much chaos picked up and hauled off and seeing some of these streams look the way they did before.
If you are unable to meet the November 1st deadline, you should follow up with your county fiscal court to pursue further private property debris removal by county selected contractors. Well, the governor was in Bowling Green yesterday touring the new houses built by Kentucky Habitat for Humanity. The houses were built for families whose homes were destroyed by the December tornadoes. Isaac Calvert gives us a closer look at how the organization is helping rebuild homes and lives.
After the December tornadoes devastated much of the community of Bowling Green, families were left with nothing, not even a home.
We still have PTSD from that, and going through that, as well as the kids trying to go back to their regular life, school, everything. It was not easy at all.
Kentucky Habitat for Humanity helped build brand new homes for families affected by the tornadoes as a part of their Home Safe Home initiative in partnership with Habitat for Humanity of Bowling Green and Warren County. Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear took a tour of the new homes and says none of this would be possible without the hard work and dedication from the community of Bowling Green.
And so many people have donated their time and their efforts and come together to help each and every one of these families. We're proud to do our part in the state, but really proud of this community and everything that they've done.
The families say that receiving these homes is the hope that they needed when they didn't seem to have any at all.
We never owned a home before. This is going to be our first house, and this tornado took so many lives and hurt a lot of people, hurt my father and hurt me, hurt our family. So it's at the end, this house it's like our new beginning.
We were very excited and happy to know we're gonna get one of these houses, especially because of the place that we're at now after a tornado. We don't really like it. We would like to move here as soon as possible.
Habitat for Humanity crews say it could take up to 8 weeks until the homes are ready to move into. Well, work has started on a $6.7 million project to strengthen Panbowl Dam in Breathitt County. Concerns were raised about the dam's stability following flooding in February of last year and more recently in July. The project resulted in closing the northbound lane on Kentucky 15 between Lakeside Drive and Brewer Drive across the dam. Northbound traffic was shifted into the center turn lane, and the project area was blocked off with the concrete barrier wall. The speed limit was dropped to 35 miles per hour in that area. Officials say drivers should expect delays and use caution. Construction is expected to be finished up by June of next year. The U.S. Office of Surface Mining and Reclamation and Enforcement awarded more than $74 million to Kentucky to create jobs and clean up hazards left behind by mining. The funding will be used to clean up or repair substance slides, open portals, refuge piles, and mine seam fires. It will also be used to rebuild water infrastructure and address water supply issues. On Thursday, the governor announced a new initiative to boost workforce participation by improving health care coverage, including dental, vision, and hearing. The governor says with the state's low unemployment, people aren't staying out of the workforce because of unemployment benefits. He says because of that, the state needs to focus on removing roadblocks on these types of health coverage. The program will use federal dollars to allow Medicaid recipients to access new benefits starting in January.
And the goal here is to get folks to work, to ultimately get them off Medicaid. But again, if you can't see and you don't have the access to resources to get the vision care you need, it doesn't happen. It's an impediment we have to push through.
Well, the governor noted the state set record low unemployment rates this year at or below 3.9% since April, and led the nation in job growth for August.
Temperatures are chilly once again as you walk out the door on your Friday. Here's a live look over at I-64 this morning, looking at a clear sky. A really nice start to your day, but it is chilly. Current temperature at 37 degrees over in Rowan County. Temperatures around the board in the lower 30s to lower 40s, even some upper 20s in some spots. 32 for London, 27 in Clintwood, and 40 over in Pikeville. The good news, temperatures are going to rebound nicely into this afternoon. Lower 60s are likely just after lunchtime. And we stay quiet on Pinpoint Doppler as we go through the rest of your Friday. A beautiful day is on tap. Upper 60s. We stay dry under plenty of sunshine, and we get even warmer into this weekend. I have that full forecast in just a little bit. Dakota?
All right, Cameron, thank you so much. It's 6:10 when we come back to our Mountain News this morning. President Joe Biden's student loan forgiveness plan goes up against opponents in the courtroom. We'll have more on that in just a few minutes.